Hello, I'm Antonio Mora, and this is the newsandnews.com Day in Brief. Today's top stories in about 3 minutes. It's Tuesday, June 26th at 7:30 p.m. The Supreme Court is ending its term with a bang. In a 5-4 decision, the conservative majority upheld President Trump's ban on travel from several mostly Muslim countries, rejecting a challenge that it discriminated against Muslims or that it exceeded his authority. In his opinion, Chief Justice Roberts wrote that presidents have substantial power to regulate immigration and rejected the claim of anti-Muslim bias, but he did not endorse Trump's statements about immigration or Muslims. In dissent, Justice Sotomayor wrote that history will not look kindly on the court's misguided decision today, nor should it, and that based on the evidence in the case, a, quote, reasonable observer would conclude that the proclamation was motivated by anti-Muslim animus. Trump celebrated the decision, claiming vindication after what he called months of hysterical commentary from the media and Democratic politicians who refuse to do what it takes to secure our border and our country. In other news, Congress is planning to vote on immigration on Wednesday. I would not hold my breath that anything substantial will get passed. Iranians took to the streets of Tehran in the largest protest since 2012 because the cost of living has soared and Iran's currency has crashed since Trump said he'd pull out of the nuclear deal. As anti-American authoritarian regimes tend to do, President Rouhani blamed it all on the U.S., allegedly waging economic war against them. It's never their fault. Vice President Pence met with Brazil's president and warned Central Americans to come legally to the U.S. or not at all. Also, just 2 days after Turkish President Erdogan cemented his stranglehold on power, the U.S. State Department warned the NATO ally not to buy weapons from Russia. And we Lionel Messi fans rejoiced today as the greatest soccer player in the world scored and Argentina barely avoided elimination in the World Cup. Now our alternate universes segment, the great divide between conservative and liberal media. I often criticize the fact that cable television news has abandoned news and become all opinion. Well, today we again saw that opinion sells. 16 of the 17 most watched programs on cable last week were either on Fox News Channel or MSNBC. Ironically, CNN, which has abandoned its traditional news model and turned into opinion almost 24/7, isn't doing as well. In fact, it was 13th in prime time, behind even HGTV and the Food Network. Maybe they should go back to being your most trusted source for news. And maybe we should all start watching something other than opinion and stop encouraging the polarization that ensues. Finally, New Englanders are tough, but I'm sure they're none too happy to hear there is a supervolcano brewing under Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire. The good news is that it will probably take millions of years before it threatens anyone. You can find all those stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you will find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the screen on the right just below this video. And please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News, or follow me on Twitter at AMoraTV. I'll see you again tomorrow.